Hello everybody and welcome to my thought for the week in preparation for Deaf Awareness Week that takes place next week. Deaf Awareness Week is championed and was set up by the UK Council on Deafness, which you can look at on their website deafcouncil.org.uk. So the theme this year is basically coming through it together. And we are celebrating across the country about how deaf people and the deaf community have been coming through it together with regards to the pandemic. So deaf people have been experiencing many different communication barriers. One of the main ones is the wearing of masks, which are a massive communication barrier to those that lip read and those that sign and rely on looking at our faces and reading our lips. So that's one of the challenges that they've faced through this last year. But also Deaf Awareness Week is to raise awareness about how you can become more deaf aware in your business, in your organisation. And really, it's just making simple, small changes that really make an impact and a difference to those deaf people out there. So basically, hearing loss and deafness is everywhere in our community. So if you think about it, it's amongst our family, our friends, our work, our schools, our colleges, or in our neighbourhood. So imagine that you could only hear a fraction of every conversation. We say, or the facts are, that 30% of anybody that lip reads is guesswork. So 30% of any conversation, a deaf lip reader will be guessing what's being said. And obviously context is key. So if you are able to include those deaf people in your conversations, especially if they arrive late to a group conversation, it's really inclusive and accessible if you're able to include them and let them know what's being said, what you're talking about. So deafness is an invisible sensory loss, and not many people will know that you're deaf. And so therefore, you need to be ready, deaf ready in your organisation. And that's where Study Sharpe comes in. So next week, we're planning on doing lots of different snippets like we were through Sign Language Awareness Week, talking about different aspects of deafness, deaf culture, and the deaf community, and aspects of how you can become more inclusive and accessible. So I really look forward to speaking to you over the next few days. So look out for our posts. Also, we've been running a lot of activities with North Somerset and North Somerset Council for next week. So I will put in the link in my comments below about the article that we've put in the North Somerset eLife Digital Digest, which is the North Somerset Council online magazine. So there's an article on there about Deaf Awareness Week, and there's some experiences shared from local deaf people in the deaf community locally about how they've come through the pandemic together and their experiences. So do check that out. It's really an interesting read. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you soon.